The third part of this question is asking us to solve the equation using the root in part B. Now, we are expecting 3 solutions, and we found one of them. One of them is 4. We did that in part B. Now, I'm going to let you know that the other 2 are not in this list. Okay, they're not rational numbers. They're going to be irrational numbers, and we will need to use the quadratic formula to find them. So taking what we know, that 4 is a root, we're going to make the factor x minus 4. Okay, because if 4 gets plugged in there, we get a 0. And that solves the equation. We're going to use these 3 numbers to be the coefficients of our trinomial. So we're going to have 1, let me get that color, we're going to have 1 x squared, and then a positive 4x, and then a plus 2. Might as well do green, huh? Now, this cannot be factored. Okay, you could try, but you're not going to factor it. But you can find the answers. You're going to have to use the quadratic formula. And we do that by plugging in these numbers. Okay, the b, the a, and the c. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, our solution's x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And all we have to do now is plug in the numbers. Okay, so b is, let's label them here. A is 1. B is 4. And get a good color, let's get pink. C is 2. All right, and they all happen to be positive here. If you did have a negative, that would go into the coefficient. So let's plug it in. First is b, that's 4. And b here is 4. A is 1. And a is 1. And then c in the pink is 2. Okay, so we've plugged in for the quadratic formula, and now we just need to start putting these together, use our operations, use our calculator, and we're going to get our 2 answers. First step to simplify, let's see, what am I going to do? We have negative 4 in front, plus or minus the square root of 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times 1 times 2 is 8. On the bottom we have 2 times 1, which is 2. So make a little space there. X equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 8 over 2. Okay, so we have our 2 numbers, negative 4 plus square root of 8 over 2, negative 4 minus the square root of 8 over 2. All right, you got to dig down deep in your math knowledge to simplify the square root of 8. The square root of 8, I'll do it on the side. Square root of 8 is the same as square root of 4 times square root of 2, and we know that the square root of 4 is 2. So square root of 8 is 2 radical 2. And then we can simplify. X equals negative 4 over 2, which will reduce down to 2, plus or minus 2 square root of 2 over 2. And you see that that's going to reduce also these 2's. All right, a little more space there. So now x equals negative 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right, these 2's cancel out, leave me with square root of, wrong color, square root of 2. So negative 2 plus square root of 2, negative 2 minus square root of 2. Okay, square root of 2 is a number. You can put it in your calculator. You could actually get some decimals for these, but they're going to want you to leave it like this. So we found our 3 solutions. I'm going to put them up here at the top. The first one was 4. The next one is negative 2 plus square root of 2. And the last one is negative 2 minus square root of 2. And if you want to look them up with a calculator, if you look on a graph, you're going to see that this answer here is approximately negative 0.59, and this answer is approximately negative 3.41. You will see the graph cross right at those 2 points. Smiley face.